My 20s should be my prime hot dog eating years.
That is a fact. That is a fact. I remember in my 20s working at the radio station, and at the time we were the home of the Avalanche and the Denver Nuggets, and my boss would always take us out, just like a quarterly thank you, or maybe an annual thank you type of thing, where he would take us to the suite at the time Pepsi Center, and it would always be catered. And me as a young guy, hardly making any money, still not, but that's beside the point. It was free food. And I got to be honest, I love arena food. At Pepsi Center, or excuse me, at Ball Arena, they have some really good food. Same with Empower Field. Listen, you can complain all you want about certain things here and there. They got good food, good sports watching food. And as a young buck, I used to hammer those hot dogs all the fucking time. There was one time where I was in there. I did feel shameful afterwards, but there was a glimmer of pride. We're in the suite watching, I think it was a Nuggets game. And again, it was like unlimited hot dogs. So what did I do? I want to say I ate 11 hot dogs. Now, that wasn't like Joey Chestnut style where I'm like just slamming them down. I was taking my time with it, as a gentleman should with a hot dog, right? And I hammered, I want to say it was 11. That's the number that's in my head, is 11. And they were good, and they're all foot-long hot dogs. Oh, my God. And it's so good because they soak them in the sauerkraut, and I'm a huge sauerkraut guy. As long as it's good sauerkraut. Every now and then you get some like, no, this is just skanky sauerkraut. But they got good stuff over at Ball Arena. I feel like I should just go to Ball Arena to get some food and then leave. They do have good products as far as the Nuggets, Avs, Broncos, obviously at Empower Field. So, yeah, the reason I bring that up real quick, I just got lost in the hot dog thing. There's a reason I brought it up. I swear to God. This came in right at the last minute. That's why I'm putting it at the top of the show. Allegedly, you guys know the word allegedly. That means it's not proven yet, okay? But I'm still saying the story, so don't freak out on me. North Koreans have reportedly been banned from eating hot dogs as part of a crackdown on Western culture infiltrating their kingdom. The New York Post wrote their hermit kingdom, but I removed that out of somewhat respect. Kim Jong-un has declared that serving the sausage was an act of treason because in South Korea they have a very popular dish, spicy Korean American hot pot, which means army base stew, and it includes hot dogs or Spam among all the other ingredients. It looks good. I saw a picture of it, and I'm like, dang, that's actually genius. I'm a huge fan of Spam. I love hot dogs. My wife and my daughter are just like, you know what? You and Jackson like eating brats and hot dogs so much. They get tired of it. My son and I, oh, my God, we could just hammer those things. Because I've told you this before, and some of you just judge me without even trying it. But try it. I swear to God, a secret ingredient to elevate your hot dog or your bratwurst is mayonnaise. If you hate mayonnaise, don't try it. I know there's some of you out there that are like, oh, mayonnaise, it looks like semen. Ugh, now it's on a hot dog. Oh, God. Oh, Scoutmaster Kevin, where's he? Oh, flashback. Sorry, I don't know what's going on in your head that you don't like it. Whatever. Okay, but I love it. It's so freaking good. Side note, do you think there's some people out there that hate hot dogs or bratwurst because they think it's going to make them gay? I'm just wondering. Listen, I'll eat them all day long. I don't care. I don't care if you're gay or not. I'll sit next to a gay man and proudly eat a sausage dog or a hot dog or a bratwurst, whatever. Hell, he might even be able to, down it quicker than me. But but I doubt it because I got skills, brother. I got skills. Well, I took a weird turn. I got to be honest. Took a weird turn. I have some buddies they swing that direction, right? They're always, I was talking to him not too long ago. He's like, I really appreciate that you're in our corner and you proudly stand with us. Although it is a bit odd at times. That's one of those moments, bro. Imagine being in a hot dog eating contest at a gay bar. That would be weird. It would be weird. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Woo! Anyway, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm crying. Sorry. Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening or watching. And don't forget to hit the like button as well. Really appreciate that. And that helps spread the word of the show. Listen, you could listen to this show for 30 seconds. Just hit the fucking like button. Don't care. Also, remember, today's show is brought to you by Kirkwall Group, as well as Bet Online. In fact, Bet Online continues to be the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. That still sounds weird to say. I'll say 2025. Either way, it still sounds weird. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, Bet Online is your ultimate game day companion. Oh, my guy Jimmy was just sending me out the odds on all the potential Super Bowl matchups. Oh my, you guys got to go to betonline.ag right now. They have so many fun bets out there. And why not? Why not? You don't have to risk a lot to, have some fun there. But they got the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, college basketball to NHL and UFC. BetOnline is the number one sports betting source for the new year. From touchdowns to three-pointers, hat tricks, BetOnline has you covered on every game, every play, every win. Go to betonline.ag right now. Have some fun. It's BetOnline. The game starts here. Speaking of having fun, let's jump into it. Let's get into those headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
I guess in a weird way, this it's similar to the opening thing that we talked about, as far as it looks like a phallus. God, I feel like this episode's going down a really uncomfortable road. It's not. I swear it's not for you people out there that might get offended. Residents of the town of Nottinghamshire, England. That name sounds like made up. They're like, I don't know. What do you want to call it? I don't know. Nottingham. What if we just? Well, I want something Shire on there. Fine, just squeeze it Nottinghamshire, okay? Shit. It's like, what a fucking mouthful. Anyway, they're trying to solve a mystery. Ooh, a mystery. You have me intrigued, sir. Who has been leaving plates of loaded peeled bananas by the side of the road once a month for over a year. What a weird prank. What's funny is, that's just driving people fucking bananas. You know what I mean? Oh, goodness gracious. I got a bunch of them. I do. I don't. They even put up a sign that said, please respectfully, no more bananas. The uncollected plates and rotting bananas leave such a mess. Wishing a happy new year to you all. I'm curious of they didn't say how many bananas. Is it like a fucking big old pile of fucking bananas? I gotta be honest too. If I'm the banana person and then I see somebody put up a sign that says, please no more bananas, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put up more bananas. Right?
Peel the banana. Peel the banana.
Peel the banana. That's just a weird thing to start doing. That had to have started as a joke or an accident. Like you're like, oh, you're drunk, you're walking home, you got oddly enough, you have a big old plate of bananas that are peeled. I mean, but that being said, who hasn't done that after a night out drinking, right? You find yourself walking the side of the road trying to get home safely, and you're carrying a plate of peeled bananas, right? It makes sense. Been there, done that. But it had to have started with something like that, and then you just start puking your guts out on the side of the road, and then your buddies pick you up, and you know, knucklehead like, you leave the plate full of bananas. The next day, you hear somebody in town going, "What the hell was that? Did you see that thing of bananas on the side of the road?" Yeah, it's really bizarre. It was like a bunch of bananas. And you're like, it'd be funny if we did that again. And then it just becomes a thing. What a weird thing. Hey, let's go over to Steve's house. What's he doing?
Peel the banana. Peel the banana.
So bizarre. I think that's funny, though. Imagine getting caught. You're the banana peeler.
Ooh, you got me, you rascals. I would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for those darn kids.
What a dumb thing to get in trouble for. Imagine going to court for that. So I see here, Scott, that you're the banana peeler menace.
Yes, that's me.
Well, you're going to jail. Guess what's going to happen in jail? You're going to enjoy some banana. Wow. Prison banging. That's what I went to. Anyway. This is disgusting. A nasty ass TikToker has fingernails that are over 4 feet long. Gross. I'm gonna play some audio from her TikTok video where she's describing it, and if you're watching it, it's disgusting. She has like these. Not only are they 4 feet long, but she has like these little decoration things on them. Right? Here's the audio.
Another question I get often is how I wipe my ass. Y'all act like nail cleaning brushes and soap don't exist. Plus, having long nails is worth the hassle. I can use a bidet, and when I make a mess, my sister doesn't mind helping me clean my nails like any good sister would do. Literally anything I can't do, I would just ask somebody for help. I have 4 kids, and one of them's a newborn. If I can take care of a baby with these nails, what makes you think I can't do anything else? And yeah, my family might have a nail charmer in their dinner every once in a while, but oh well, at least I'm cooking. It's worth the conveniency not having to reach over and grab a spoon to stir something.
Oh my God. Did you hear what she said at the end? She uses her nails to stir the pot.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up.
Oh my Lord. That's disgusting. It's gross in the video too. If you look closely at her fingernails, because again, they're 4 feet long, there's brown substance. Like not like dirt, like, sometimes if you're out working in the garage or doing stuff around the house, you might get like kind of dark black, almost like dirt under your fingernails. It's not like that. It's brown, like feces brown. And yes, I question your ability to wipe your ass. And she's like scrubbing it. And then she's like, what good sister wouldn't come over and scrub the shit out of my fucking fingernails? That's gross. I'm sorry. That's just nasty. Nasty. Ugh. I don't like it. I told you I had a buddy that used to date a lady that she didn't have 4-foot nails, but she had long ass hooker nails, right? That's the technical term. They're like absurdly long nails. He said she always smelled a little like she didn't get everything. I'm just saying, ladies, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. That's fine. But if you're doing it for dudes, I would say the majority of us don't think it's that sexy. There's like a certain length. Maybe an inch, maybe 2 inch of nails can be sexy. Beyond that, it's usually just like, okay, gross. Gross. No, thank you. Because then our head, listen, we got giant brains. Guys, let's be honest, right? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Jesus. Somebody's going to be like, that offends me. We're always thinking of the nasty stuff. The nasty stuff is, how do you keep your bits and pieces clean? You ain't. You might think you are. And then she also brought up at the end, she's like stirring the food and whatever with her fingernails. And then it said something about like every now and then, like little bits of the nail get in there too. Yeah, that's disgusting. Note to self, never eat over at her house. Could you imagine? She invites you over. You can be like, no, you know what? I'm good. I'll just go eat Taco Bell beforehand. And then we can at least talk. I have a feeling that lady, that's all she talks about is her long ass nails and how she keeps them up. Gross. Meta is ending its fact-checking program and is lifting restrictions on speech to restore free expression. That's across Facebook, Instagram, and all their Meta platforms. Let's see. I thought I got Zuckerberg. Did I not save it? Shit. I'm sorry. I had Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know where I put it. I probably saved it in a weird spot, and now I don't know where it's at. Now all I see is, oh, there he is. Great. I have the video version, so I have to stare at his weird face. Here's Mark Zuckerberg talking about the changes. It's a little long, but there's a lot of interesting information.
Hey everyone. I want to talk about something important today, because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram. I started building social media to give people a voice. I gave a speech at Georgetown 5 years ago about the importance of protecting free expression, and I still believe this today. But a lot has happened over the last several years. There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. Drugs, terrorism, child exploitation. These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly. So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. Even if they accidentally censor just 1% of posts, that's millions of people. And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship. The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech. So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms. More specifically, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the US. After Trump first got elected in 2016, the legacy media wrote nonstop about how misinformation was a threat to democracy. We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth. But the fact checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created, especially in the US. So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system. Second, we're going to simplify our content policies and get rid of a bunch of restrictions on topics like immigration and gender that are just out of touch with mainstream discourse. What started as a movement to be more inclusive has increasingly been used to shut down opinions and shut out people with different ideas, and it's gone too far. So I want to make sure that people can share their beliefs and experiences on our platforms. Third, we're changing how we enforce our policies to reduce the mistakes that account for the vast majority of censorship on our platforms. We used to have filters that scanned for any policy violation. Now, we're going to focus those filters on tackling illegal and high-severity violations. And for lower severity violations, we're going to rely on someone reporting an issue before we take action. The problem is that the filters make mistakes, and they take down a lot of content that they shouldn't. So by dialing them back, we're going to dramatically reduce the amount of censorship on our platforms. We're also going to tune our content filters to require much higher confidence before taking down content. The reality is that this is a trade-off. It means we're going to catch less bad stuff, but we'll also reduce the number of innocent people's posts and accounts that we accidentally take down. Fourth, we're bringing back civic content. For a while, the community asked to see less politics because it was making people stressed. So we stopped recommending these posts. But it feels like we're in a new era now, and we're starting to get feedback that people want to see this content again. So we're going to start phasing this back into Facebook, Instagram, and Threads while working to keep the communities friendly and positive. Fifth, we're going to move our trust and safety and content moderation teams out of California, and our US-based content review is going to be based in Texas. As we work to promote free expression, I think that it will help us build trust to do this work in places where there is less concern about the bias of our teams. Finally, we're going to work with President Trump to push back on governments around the world that are going after American companies and pushing to censor more. The US has the strongest constitutional protections for free expression in the world. Europe has an ever-increasing number of laws institutionalizing censorship and making it difficult to build anything innovative there. Latin American countries have secret courts that can order companies to quietly take things down. China has censored our apps from even working in the country. The only way that we can push back on this global trend is with the support of the US government. And that's why it's been so difficult over the past 4 years when even the US government has pushed for censorship. By going after us and other American companies, it has emboldened other governments to go even further. But now we have the opportunity to restore free expression, and I am excited to take it. It'll take time to get this right, and these are complex systems. They're never going to be perfect. There's also a lot of illegal stuff that we still need to work very hard to remove. But the bottom line is that after years of having our content moderation work focus primarily on removing content, it is time to focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our systems, and getting back to our roots about giving people voice. I'm looking forward to this next chapter. Stay good out there, and more to come soon.
There's Mark Zuckerberg. You can tell that he is used to speaking in front of just large people or large groups of people because it's not conversational, right? He's very robotic sounding, but there's a lot in there. I get what they're doing. I do. From my perspective, for me being completely selfish on this idea, how many times have I told you in the past, like 4 years since I've been doing this podcast, that I get content removed? I was banned for like 8 months from earning money on the platform, and they never told me why. There was times where I would get notified of what was wrong, and it was just, but I had no way to debate it. They pulled videos of mine because I did impressions of Sylvester Stallone, and they said it was unoriginal content. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. That's my voice. But they were using things to detect it, and it was just not, I was getting fucked over. And literally just this past December, I'm able to start earning money on Facebook again. Not 100%. It's still banned on the reels, so I don't post as many reels right now on Facebook because I just, I got a good amount of followers on Facebook. I want to say it's like 36,000 followers. And then I post mostly videos and whatever else, just not the reels. The reels go into a different category. But anyway, that's because of the ban. But now I'm making money again. It's freaking frustrating. And there was a lot of times, and I'm on the low end. I'm on the not controversial end for the most part. But yeah, I had one video get banned because it was talking about a lady that dropped her cell phone in an outhouse toilet. And she tried to go get it and she got trapped in there. I'm like, how is that offensive? How is that crossing a line? Meanwhile, I see some other shit on the platform that is much, much worse. So anyway, it's good, but there's going to be some bumps in the road, to say it nicely. There's going to be people that are thinking, wow, this is great. Now I can post anything I want, and they're going to be like super offensive, super over the line, and then they're going to get pissed off, be like, what? Facebook, I thought you fixed it. You don't like the fact that I'm, going on this anti, human, pick a category of individuals. Oh, I can't do that on Facebook now. I thought they said they fixed their censorship. Yeah, you're still being an asshole. And it's going to go down to people reporting you. So it's interesting that they're going down this path. It's smart in the sense because TikTok's probably going to go away. There's a really good chance it's going to go away. This is going to draw in more people back to Facebook. It's an easy platform to use. There's a lot of people on it. It's moving away from this is an opportunity for it to move away from the older generation and start bringing in new users, but expect it to be a very bumpy road. But like I said, with TikTok on the ropes again, and it could go away, okay, it's smart for Zuckerberg to do this. They also brought in Dana White from the UFC to sit on the board of directors. It makes sense the direction they're going in. Is it going to be clean? Definitely not. From my perspective, I'm sick and tired of every other video I post getting banned or flagged because AI thinks it's, offensive or crossing a line, but doesn't always tell me what is wrong. It's very frustrating. I put up a poll on Twitter. I said Mark Zuckerberg, Zuck, is lifting meta censorship on and leaning towards how X runs things. Do you like the move? Yes or no? No, it's a bad move is at 26.1%. Yes, needed to happen, 73.9%. I think this is going to see the users increase on Facebook. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. You tell me, do you like the move or not? What worries me is it's going to go, one extreme to the other. But he even said it's not going to be a quick, simple solve. It's going to go from one side, and then it's going to bounce all the way over there. Then eventually, it's going to teeter back and forth. So hopefully, it eventually settles in the middle, where it's a little bit calmer. It's not going to be too extreme one way or the other. Hopefully. But honestly, time will tell. I'm excited for it. I like it. But again, that's just me selfishly looking at it. You're going to start seeing a lot more negativity on there, which is what they were trying to go away from. But in all honesty, you see a bunch of negativity on all the other platforms anyway. So this is a good, especially if you're a TikToker, influencer, or whatever, this is an opportunity to start moving your content over there as well. Do it both places. And maybe you have a new audience over there as well. It makes sense to do it. It does. Because it was just like the curmudgeon platform as far as the old folks platform where, I don't even know how to say it, but it was just like, it was so basic and boring on there. I was explaining that to my son the other day. I said, if you watch a lot of videos, they bleep out certain words. They'll bleep out drugs. They bleep out blood. They bleep out like kill and all these random things that can be used in different forms other than violence. But you bleep them out because otherwise Facebook's not going to promote and push you into the right algorithm so you get more traction on videos. So it'll be interesting to see from my perspective, will my videos start increasing in viewership because it's getting recommended more? Because I say a lot of horrible things. I do. I am a bad boy.
Look at me. I'm sorry. Guilty. Take me away, Facebook.
So now if you get thrown in Facebook jail after a couple months of this rolling, you probably did some wicked shit and people don't like you. I'm guessing. Hey, we got more coming your way. But first, if you're running a business and need help with the back of the house, you need someone with experience and is trustworthy. You need the Kirkwall Group. They got over 30 years of experience. Richard and the Kirkwall Group understands that you and your business deserve someone who's efficient, timely, accurate, cost-effective, focused on your success and is working to save you money. Sounds good. I know. Kirkwall Group can help you can help you with your bookkeeping, accounting management services like CFO, controller, accounting manager projects and support, as well as tax planning and preparation, income, property tax, sales, and use tax. Go to kirkwallgroup.net, or you can find them on Facebook and just Kirkwall Group. Kirk as in Captain Kirk. My God, Spock. And you can see everything they can do for you and your business. Check them out, and you can get a free 30-minute consultation. It's kirkwallgroup.net. Kirkwall Group, we count what counts for you. What we need to do right now is jump into some sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls. No, it's not an invitation to a ditty party.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
I put this out on Twitter, another poll that I did. Sorry, I am all pulled out today. We're only going to do two. Only going to do two today. But I said, do you have Kelce fatigue? Jason, especially Jason Kelce. Because Travis is obviously playing. You get some fatigue with him because he does have his podcast with his brother. He's on the Chiefs, but he's also dating Taylor Swift. But I feel like, me personally, yes, they have a good podcast, but I feel like everything else is just way too much. And especially Jason is just everywhere. It's like ESPN is just so rock hard over Jason Kelce. He is the it guy for them, the it talent. But the problem is I think they're just oversaturating the market with Jason Kelce, which eventually will cause Kelce fatigue. And that's why I posted that. So I said, do you have Kelce fatigue? No, I love Jason. Actually, I put heart eye Jason. I did it wrong. That's funny. And then the other one was yes, enough is enough. No is at 22%. Yes is at 78%. As of right now, that will change. It's up for a day. Who knows what it'll be by tomorrow. The reason I bring this up is Puck sports business expert John Orand, wrote this. Jason Kelce did not take, what the fuck, he wrote this. Basically, he said it did not take the late night show to new heights for ESPN. God, I'm stupid. I am stupid. Sometimes the way people write things just screws up my brain. It's like nobody talks that way. The ratings for the debut episode of the former Eagles Center Friday night / Saturday morning talk show, they call it Late Night with Jason Kelce, was not particularly good. As I butcher all that information, I apologize. He said the first episode, which aired at 1 a.m. Eastern time, drew 290,000 viewers. It's just a shitty time slot, though. 2 weeks prior, though, the same time slot had 700,000 viewers, but that came after a Notre Dame Indiana college football playoff game, which led to more people keeping ESPN on deeper into the night. During that same time slot last year, ESPN had 436,000 viewers, but the guy making this big statement had no idea what was on. The point is, I don't think that, obviously, I think they have like 5 more shows that they're going to do just to keep it going. And obviously, if it continues if it gets better, then this is a moot point. But I think part of the problem is people are just a little worn out with it. There's still going to be some diehards out there. There is, and that makes sense. Here, I had somebody, I think it was Michael on Twitter, respond, because he was saying that, he likes their podcast. In what little bit I've listened to it, yeah, it's good. They got good chemistry. They're brothers. They should. It's funny. It's silly. But then you start inserting Jason's wife, and now she has a show, and it's like, oh my God, just another fucking podcast out there type of thing. Sorry, I got to sift through all the hot dog gifts that somebody sent in. We'll get to those in a second. Yeah, Michael wrote, I actually find their podcast entertaining. Yeah. But Michael also brought up, in this market, you don't even need this poll. I would assume that everybody voting in Colorado is voting with, yeah, enough is enough. But that being said, they have their fans. But come on, it's ESPN can be fucking Jason Kelce over. Just like pause a little bit. You don't have to constantly be shoving them down your throat. I understand you're like, the iron is hot. Yeah, but in my mind, obviously they have more data, they have more intelligence on this information. In my mind, it's just like, just space it out a little bit. You're hawk-tooing this whole thing. You know, the hawk-tooey girl gets real famous, and then she just fizzles out really fucking quick. Because she had no... I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. But it's just like, it's the same kind of thing. But at least with her, it was like she was doing her own promotion as far as she was making merch and stuff. And then somebody signed her to a podcast. But these guys, it's just like, let's get them a podcast. Let's get them. They're on this TV, this show. They're going to be inserted here, 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 and here. Now let's get his wife involved. And it's like, enough. You're just going overboard. Just space it out. If they cut their appearances in half, I think there'd be more longevity into it. But since they're just shoving them in, especially Jason, everywhere and anywhere, it's just like, okay, too much. But that being said, if I'm Jason, I'm doing it because you don't know how long that candle's going to burn. So it's a very interesting situation to be in. But I think ESPN in the long run is fucking him over. You space it out a little bit, trim a little bit of those appearances and insertions into different programs. And guess what? You can probably stretch him out even longer. You can capitalize on his fame a little longer. I mean, come on. Like, everyone right now, hey, everyone, are you ready? Let's do it. Get ready for some more Jason Kelce.
I got a better idea. No fucking way.
That's what everybody's going to be doing now. You can kind of read into those ratings. They're like chopped in half to some miscellaneous programming that they had prior at the same time. You can kind of read into that. But they're going to keep going and assume that it's going to get better. I didn't watch that show. I'm reading comments from people saying that it was a train wreck, terrible. He didn't do a good job. I didn't watch it. So I can't give a critique on it. But I feel like that they're screwing him over. Instead of, putting him somewhere where he can cut his teeth a little bit more, they're just like, let's just fucking put him out everywhere. I don't know. As much as I don't like Travis Kelce because he's a Chief, once he retires, they're going to do the exact same thing with him. So you think they're everywhere now? Just wait. Because there's a really good chance Travis ends up retiring within a year or two, right? Don't you think? Especially if the Chiefs, God forbid, win the Super Bowl again. I think he's going to go, we're going out on a three-peat type of thing. So they're going to trade off with Jason will take a step back a little bit. They'll make some appearances together, but ultimately it's going to be Travis now is taking the brunt of all the, we're going to send you here, 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 here. By the way, he's dating, Taylor Swift. Just saying. Then I thought of this conspiracy theory. Okay. So as Jason's alleged fame is quote unquote fading in the eyes of some, expect an announcement of engagement between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I'm just saying it could happen. Okay? That would be fucking wild if that happened. Be like the ratings, like the next episode they do, it's like even worse. Like only 10,000 people watch or some wicked shit like that. Those are all the people that accidentally fell asleep with the TV on. They're watching the Jason Kelce late night show on ESPN. Then they're going to be like, what do we got to do? Travis, propose to Taylor. Do it now. We'll pay for the ring. You know they would too. They would. I'm just saying it's a good conspiracy theory. If that fucking happens, you're welcome. I just like to spread rumors. That's what I do. It makes me feel good. It does. What makes me feel good is Tony Romo was speaking about the Broncos-Bills playoff game coming up this weekend.
This is an incredible matchup for a 2 versus 7 because to me, it's worst case scenario in a lot of ways for both teams. I mean, that's the last team you want to play right now, playing that kind of football with maybe the best player on the planet. Baltimore's pretty close. But then you go, well, if I'm Buffalo, I'm going against the one team who leads the league in sacks, who keeps quarterbacks in the pocket. That's a little bit concerning if I'm a Buffalo fan, a little bit, because this team can make this game close very quickly.
I like that he's saying that, and I like that he's, I'll say this. I like that he's saying that, and he's not saying that, the Broncos are, out of their depth and they should stay in the kiddie pool type of situation. I like that he's saying that. It looks like that this could be a problem for Buffalo. But I also understand how broadcasting works. You want to keep them intrigued. Who are them? The listeners, the viewers. That's what's going to get people to stay tuned in, to think that it's going to be competitive. Your team's getting your ass kicked. Well, remember when the Broncos had the best offense fucking ever with Peyton Manning, and commentators were constantly talking about the other team? Well, because they were trying to make the other team's fan base not tune out. That's what they do. The Bengals this, or they're trying really hard. They got a lot of potential, and then they're kind of poo-pooing the Broncos, who were just fucking slaughtering people at the time. So it's one of those things where sometimes they say stuff just because there's hidden meanings in it, and it's because they're trying to make sure that people stay tuned in and think that it's going to be a competitive thing. There's always that chance where deep down Tony goes, the Broncos are going to get slaughtered by the Bills. With the Broncos defense the way it is and the way it plays, they're in this game. If they can fuck with Josh Allen's head, there's no reason why the Broncos can't win this game. That's the key. The key is screwing with Josh Allen's head. Not going to be an easy thing to do. But they can do it. But it's interesting to hear Tony give his thoughts on this. They're going to be doing the call this weekend for CBS, so that's good news. I thought they did a good job. I like Tony. I think he does a really good job. There's times where I'm like, I listen to some color commentators and they're just terrible. They give shit insight, and you're like, did you? And they're like former athletes, and you're like, did you even fucking play? Because I'm looking at I should take notes. That's what I need to start doing next season is start taking notes every time I'm listening to play-by-play. Because there's sometimes these guys say some shit and you're like, dude, you sound like a fucking idiot. You guys know what I'm talking about. There's some guys out there that you're like, come on, just because you're a former player doesn't mean you should be in the booth, right? There's a lot of guys that are good, but there's several guys that are trash, to the point where I don't even know your fucking name, and I don't want to learn it. I don't. So anyway, I was telling you on Twitter, I was getting bombarded. If you, I don't want to retweet all these because there's like not Adam Carolla just sent in maybe 10 gifts in response to the North Korea banning allegedly of hot dogs. He has one where these two ladies are holding up their fingers really small, and it said, it's called a micro penis. Then he has Joe Rogan on a hot dog, like he's flying across the globe. I don't know. So there's some, looks like Korean ladies licking a hot dog. I like that one. I'm not gonna, not look at that. There's a whole bunch of, then there's this guy downing a little tiny hot dog. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for playing along, not Adam Carolla. It's fun. That's such a weird thing to do. But I get it. If that's true, he's just trying to, don't be looking everywhere else. Stay looking here type of thing. That's what that is. And like I said, it's a trying not to get the Western influence. Mr. T wrote, he has a problem with hot dog wieners affecting his manhood. That hot dog's a little too big. Get it out of your mouth. God damn it. That's so weird. So weird. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah. Next time you eat a hot dog, just put hashtag North Korea. There you go. There you go. I know today's Taco Tuesday, but why not make it a North Korean hot dog Tuesday? I don't know. There you go. That's so funny. I love hot dogs. Hot dogs sound so fucking good right now. Who has good hot dogs in the Colorado area? Is there a good hot dog place? I think that's a underappreciated. I think you can screw up a hot dog by not putting in any effort into making it. If you just have a shitty bun and just a plain, it's going to be mustard and ketchup type of situation, then you fuck up the hot dog, or the brat. But if you put some attention into a hot dog, who has the best hot dogs in Colorado? I want to know. I'm going to go there and I'm going to slam a wiener down my throat. There we go, folks. It ends with a wiener joke. Fantastic. All right. Again, I'll be performing at the local gay bars for a hot dog eating contest. Listen, I have some listeners out there that swing that direction. If your venue is having a hot dog eating contest, I'll be there. I think that would be fun. We'll get some promotion. We'll get some people out there. I'll eat hot dogs next to my friends, okay? I don't care. It's not like I'm going to be eating a bunch of hot dogs next to some homosexuals and I'm going to be like, you know what? All these hot dogs and being around these men, I really would love a wiener. A penis. No, it's not going to be that way. Sorry. People are people. Embrace them. Have some fun. You like to suck a dick? Good for you. I like to eat hot dogs, but I also prefer vagina. Hey, it is what it is. Okay? Anyway, I'll get a letter on that one. Mark Zuckerberg, he's like, listen, I told you were not being so restrictive, but gotta be honest, you offend me. You do. Oh, gross. Anyway, thanks for supporting the show. Really appreciate it. Hit the like button. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Kirkwall Group as well as Bet Online. You guys are amazing. Don't judge people. If they like to eat hot dogs, they like to eat hot dogs, okay? But it is a Taco Tuesday. Just saying. Just say it. Either one works. Either one works. I don't judge. You guys have a fantastic day. It's DeHuff Uncensored. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.